Hello and good evening. This is Lady Scarlet, and I am going to finish up the water signs with Pisces this evening. So I hope everyone is doing well. We've had some emotional roller coasters happening, so I hope everyone's weathering that storm. And I was trying to decide which deck I was going to use tonight, and I'm feeling my Goddess Tarot for the base, just because water is kind of a that's tapping into the divine feminine somewhat, and I just felt like it was right because it's blue, and I really like this deck. It's one of those decks that usually reads really well for me. So we're almost to Pisces season. We're not far away, right? So let's see what we have here as we're getting very close to Valentine's Day. For me, it will be tomorrow. Although my husband was very sweet and gave me an early gift, which was this. It's these chocolates with liquid espresso in the inside of them, and they're sensational. So he's very good to me. So let's see what's going on for Pisces. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please help me guide Pisces? Let's see what's going on for our fishies. You're very intuitive folks, so some of the last week or even the beginning of this year might have been some emotional roller coaster for you. As a water sign and the last sign in the chart, you have a lot of spiritual wisdom, very intuitive folks. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please get some okay, those are trying to pop out, so let's put these out first. So Nine of Pentacles. I feel like there's some people that are really coming into some independence. That's what that looks like. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance in reverse, which is Pisces energy. So maybe you're not feeling yourself quite yet, but it really seems like you might be getting there. We've already got some pretty interesting cards popping out, so let's get some more cards to finish out this base read. But I do feel a lot of emotionality and a lot of I'm kind of done with not knowing everything. I want to maybe know myself better is a lot of what I'm getting from that. King of Cups, Justice in reverse, Page of Pentacles, and we got a bonus card, which is an Ace of Pentacles, which, that's always a good card to get. And at the bottom, we've got Judgment in reverse. So some of you definitely, I'm definitely getting some of you have some legal issues going on. So we'll tap into that. Underneath Judgment in reverse is the Seven of Pentacles. This is about divine timing, you all. So, if you've got a court case situation happening, of course, we'll dig into that, but that would suggest that, the right thing will happen at the right time, okay? And then underneath that, an Aries card, that is the Emperor. And so, you are in the right time, your power will come in to help you through some of these situations. I think some of you might feel like you've got a lot of options or choices, and maybe you're not sure which road to choose or which path to choose. And that again, and that might have to do with a love situation. Here's the Lover's card underneath that, where you might be questioning. Look, we're right at Valentine's, and some people end relationships about this time because they start thinking about what they really want and maybe they're unfulfilled, okay? So again, we're going to dig into that a little bit more. And let's see. I feel like we're going to clarify with the Jane Austen deck. Because what I'm feeling here is there's some hidden stuff that's going to come out. And this deck, on the back of the cards, it says a truth universally acknowledged. And so I think that feels right. So let's go over the base read first. So the first card in your current or recent past is Nine of Pentacles, and that suggests independence. You might even be single right now and doing things on your own and really working on, let me get myself stable so that I can get to that Ten of Pentacles, right? This is about building your prosperity and, that stability, security, and a sense of peace, in what you're doing. That also is Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn card. All of those signs are attached to that. So if you are with someone, it could be someone with one of those signs, or maybe somebody that you're working with in a partnership. In your home spot, you've got the Seven of Swords. So I'm going to wait on that, because what I'm getting from that is spying and sneakiness, and maybe even, making some bad choices kinds of things. So that's the energy I'm getting off of it, but we'll clarify that. Ten of Swords, this is, so tens are the end and beginning of things. Okay, they're a 10, but they're also a 1, right? So they're an end and a beginning. And so it can also be, something shook things up and there was an ending and you're moving forward. This is in the near future position. Connecting our recent past and current. Connector card is the King of Cups. Connecting our near future to our outcome is Justice in reverse. And then in your outcome is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And our honorary outcome card that came out, our extra little bonus, is an Ace of Pentacles. So even though there's been some stuff, it looks like you're making some choices and cutting some toxic things out that are going to create a good outcome. So let's clarify and see, what that means for you. And remember, I'm reading in a collective, so some of these things might be very individual on what I pick up. And I do not read gender, so if I'm saying king or queen, I'm talking about a masculine or a feminine energy. You could be a man that's more feminine or a woman that's more masculine. Either one, it just kind of take what resonates and fits into your schema, right? Because you might be a woman who's an alpha, and you might be better represented by a King of Pentacles or a King of Cups or something like that. So remember that. I also will let you know if I catch any same partner or ENM or polyamory situations. And so I'll try to clarify as I see those. But I do see a lot of legal, and perhaps this legal situation is why you're getting this Ace of Pentacles. So, which would suggest a good outcome, but we're going to clarify before we, draw any conclusions. So let's clarify this. Wow, that was a lot of cards. We're not going to take all those. We're going to do that again. Let's clarify this Nine of Pentacles for our Pisces. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. I did meditate a little bit earlier on your read, and so I was already picking up some difficult energies for Pisces. So clarifying that, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So that suggests to me a split, and maybe splitting up of a home and splitting up of money, where both people are isolated at this point. Then you have the Knight of Wands. So I'm getting, what I'm really getting from that is maybe there was a move towards communication and then a separation because the communication just wasn't there. So, and maybe you all were even trying different things and it just wasn't, I'm getting just incompatible. Just like you both just are really wanting to move in different directions, which would suggest those Knight of Pentacles being inverted from each other. King of Swords upside down, which is also the Emperor upside down. So not feeling in your personal power. And then the King of Cups right side up, which you also have in the connector card for recent or current, right? So this is what you were moving towards. I think what I really get from that is you were like, I'm not being honest with myself. I'm not saying what I really want and need. It could have been the other person in the situation, but I'm really getting a lot, this is the Cups card, which would suggest water signs. So I'm really getting that that's you, that you're coming more of a place of loving yourself. You're letting some toxic energies go. You're fixing some habits that you have or some communication pitfalls, and you're really trying to do better. You also have the Ace of Swords, which would be, right side up on the bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords inverted, but you're feeling stuck, even though you're being honest with yourself right now. But you're still feeling stuck and like you can't get out of this situation. So maybe it's not feasible for one of you to move out yet, and maybe you're still living together. I think that might be true for some of you. So that's a difficult. You know, maybe there's just not enough finances to be able to get out, for one of you to get out. Let's look at the Seven of Swords in the home spot. Can you please clarify for Pisces, please? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors for guiding Pisces. Woo, those are jumping out. So lots of burdens. And, you know, it burdens, obligations in the home spot. I'm not picking up family, but it very well could be that there's a lot of obligations and responsibilities at home, or you work from home and there's a lot of responsibilities surrounding that. You also have the King of Swords. You know, that's swift moving. So I feel like those burdens are going to be released pretty soon. You know, like things are going to get a little smoother. You're moving away from the burdens, the lies, the cheating, the backstabbing, the spying on each other, you know, checking each other's phones when you're not looking, those kinds of things. Because also there's the devil right side up, suggesting that there's stuck energy there. There's a lot of toxicity, and you're like, I cannot live like this anymore. And so it's a movement towards a more honest, authentic relationship, especially with yourself, right? Because I tell people, you know, when they come in and say, you know, my partner's been lying to me, I said, well, they're probably lying to themselves too, right? Because most people don't maliciously lie. They lie to avoid conflict, and they lie to avoid facing themselves, right? So at the bottom, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. So again, that's a stuck feeling. Things aren't coming to you that you feel like you're deserving of. Knight of Cups in reverse. So that's almost an offer rescinded. Like, you know what? I thought I was going to give you this cup of love, or I did, and it's just not working out. Queen of Swords suggests somebody's being very cold and calculating. That could be you or the other person involved. Now, Pisces generally isn't cold and calculating, but, you know, the Queen of Swords is saying the truth now. Something has changed in them. And here, you know, here's the Three of Swords and Justice in reverse. I mean, there's definitely, I mean, for some of you, this is the end of a relationship. For some of you, it's finally speaking the truth. And if you've learned to communicate with each other, maybe you're working through some really tough stuff, right? Finally getting honest with each other about your wants and needs and what you need for that relationship to be lasting and fulfilling. I mean, you are the ocean of emotion, the Pisces, right? They are deeply emotional. They may not always show it at first because they're very intuitive and they want to get to know somebody on an emotional level before they feel like they can commit. And then when y'all do, you will do everything for your partner. I mean, so maybe you've put everything into this relationship that you possibly could, and you're just not getting back, you know, half of what you've given or a third of what you've given, and you just feel like, I can't do this. So let's clarify this Ten of Swords in the near future position. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you please clarify for Pisces? So yeah, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely some things coming out. You're not holding it so close to your chest anymore. You're not protecting the truth. You're letting it out. Maybe even brutally for some of you. For some of you that might have different signs in your natal chart, right? You might look at that if you haven't. But some of you that are more, you know, let's just say blunt communicators, you might really be giving it to them right now. Like, just, it's coming out. It's open and it's just flowing out, right? Let's get a couple more cards to clarify on that Four of Pentacles in reverse. And we got the Moon upside down, which is also the Ace of Cups upside down. And so some of you are not walking away. You're going to give it another shot because, again, you deeply have feelings, and when you make a commitment, you'll almost see it through until, you know, it wouldn't be surprising to me if we see the Tower somewhere in here that's going to cause an even major upheaval. It's surprising to me it hasn't already shown up, but we'll look. So Six of Pentacles, you really felt like that this was a good partnership for you, and it was reciprocal and benevolent in the beginning, and you really tried to make that happen. But, you know, Seven of Wands, you've just both been defensive against each other. just protecting your own hearts and not being vulnerable and opening up. And that's, you've thought many times about walking away, and you've kept your feelings very close to your chest, and now you know that you can't do that anymore. For some of you, right? Not everybody's going to do that. You also have the star in reverse, so a wish promised but not fulfilled. Typically, like you thought it was going to happen, but it's not working. The wheel of fortune in reverse, which is also the Ten of Cups, and the star is the Knight of Pentacles, and those are both in reverse. You feel like you I get this feeling like you feel like I'm fated to not find the right person. But that means that we have to really be introspective and think about what we are doing that's damaging also. And I would urge you to think about how you can look for those red flags and set healthier boundaries, right? Again, Three of Wands in reverse. You are just feeling stuck, like you can't leave. And it could be a financial situation or another kind of legal situation that's keeping you there. Two of Wands, you know, actually, I think that's a separate relationship. Maybe you've met someone recently and you thought, that's the kind of person, that's the kind of partnership I want. That would be that. I would feel like I had the world, right? You got the world card under there, which is the Ace of Pentacles in this deck, which you have over here, right? So lots of emotions, Pisces, over the last, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks. I would guess that a lot of you really started having some clarity towards middle or end of December, but now it's really opening up inside of you that you cannot stay stuck. You've got to move forward, because you moving forward means that your stability and security also moves forward. And I think you're starting to realize that you haven't been honest. You haven't been honest with the people around you because you haven't been honest inside, right? I mean, that's a hard one. I've been there, right? I'm an alcoholic. In a month, I'll have my 5-year sobriety anniversary. So yay for all those people who might be in recovery and have some clean time, sober time. Um, Look, we go through these cycles where we meet people who we learn lessons from, and it can be heartbreaking, okay? And we have to reevaluate ourselves, especially those who have been addicts or who are addicts in recovery, right? We have to reevaluate every once in a while. We learn that in recovery. We take an assessment of ourselves and we tell ourselves the truth. And that's a message that's coming through loud and clear. You need to reevaluate how you are in the relationship, and if there are skills that you need to learn to be a better partner, because we all can make improvement, okay? That's not a slight against Pisces. We all need to make improvement. And that means really take an honest inventory of ourselves, as they say in AA, right? We need to take an honest inventory and say, these are the things where I'm toxic, and take responsibility and then do better. Because once we know better, then we can do better, right? We can't do better until we know the lesson, until we learn that lesson. King of Cups, I'd like to clarify that for my Pisces, please. And I think some of you, I'm getting a real vibe of some of you have maybe been using some things to excess. You've been numbing because, like I said, you were highly emotional. And a lot of times when we're highly emotional, we want to escape it, right? And so if you've got some trauma in your history, maybe that's something that happens for you. And it can be done in all kinds of ways, right? Anything in excess can be bad. That's why they say all things in moderation, right? So 3 of Pentacles, you've been focused on work. This also could be a third-party situation where your eye might be wandering or their eye might be wandering. I just picked up, one of you just found out, you found some evidence that your person is cheating, and you're like, I can't. Because maybe it's not the first time, or you've had these little tickles in the back of your head or in the gut that, something is not adding up, right? You've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you are seeing the truth. This is Archangel Michael's sword of truth and justice. The truth is coming out, and karma is ready to play, right? Karma's ready to do its job. Here's the Hermit. You have really been keeping to yourself. This is also the 9 of Pentacles card in this deck. So you have been isolated. You have been really introspective and thinking about your next move. 9 of Pentacles can be about planning as well. Planning for that 10 of Pentacles. How do I get there? You have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, the timing was off for something with someone, and you feel like maybe some of you that you made the wrong decision about a partner. You chose the wrong partner, right? And you know it. I think for those of you that's true, you know it. Star in reverse again. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You know, and the wheel of fortune is about destiny and fate. You feel like it's passed you by and you're not ever going to get it. Three of Wands in reverse again, still stuck, right? You really want that ideal life that you've dreamed of, but you maybe have been letting people choose you instead of you choosing someone else. And it's maybe time to reevaluate how you choose your partners, right? I know that that was a big change for me, particularly when I said, these are the things that I want. And here's a list of things that I absolutely, these are the deal breakers, the red flags. It's so hard to see red flags when we have rose colored glasses on, right? Difficult. We see this person, we see all the good in them, and then we put in all the effort, and then we don't get it back because we didn't see those red flags, because we really wanted that person to be the one. It seemed like they fit in our ideal. And then time goes by and we find out not the truth, right? So justice in reverse in that near future connector to the outcome card. So let's clarify that for our Pisces friends, please. Our fishy friends. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please help guide Pisces? All right, so we have the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, and we have the Chariot and Seven of Swords in reverse. You have someone near you that really knows you well that's been speaking truth to you. And, or maybe it's you intuitively know that something ain't right, okay? If you are in a court case, this is, you found out somebody's been spying on you and they've been using it against you in court. You've been studying, you've been figuring things out. Things are coming to light. You know, the High Priestess kind of holds secrets for you, right? And so, but I do pick up that for some of you, it's a friend that's been saying, look, this person is messing with you and you're not paying attention. And probably, probably this High Priestess is like, what, why aren't you listening to me? All the signs are in front of you, right? Let's get another card to clarify that Chariot in reverse. Because that really could be car trouble too. I get a sense that maybe some of you have maybe gotten a loan through a friend to get a car or a family member, and maybe it's upside down, and so maybe you're not taking care of that, and that's part of the money issue. That could be a conflict with this person, but I'm not getting that energy from this. I think that they're patient. So, but also it could mean that you're having car trouble. And it also could mean that, just that you're studying and you're trying to figure out what to do in a legal matter, right? With this Justice card up. So you feel like justice is not being served here and you're really upset about it. And so, Seven of Swords would suggest that you're trying to do it the right way, an ethical way, right? Two of Pentacles, yeah, things are way out of balance, especially with money. That's the Two of Pentacles. Things are out of balance. Two people tried to make it work. I feel like there's several couples involved around where somebody was with somebody and now there was somebody else, and there's a lot of people's egos getting hurt here, okay? The Lovers and Six of Cups in reverse. Oof. So somebody is in a court battle with an ex, and they found out what this person's been doing to them. This is Libra energy, the Justice card. So could be a Libra that you're involved with in some way. That person could either be helping you or hurting you. I'm not sure, but there could be a Libra involved. This is a Virgo card, the Hermit. So, thank you, angel, spirit guides, and ancestors. Can we clarify? They're jumping out already. So, look, you have not been working on your money, and in the outcome, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, right? So, you've been thinking about, I got to get my money straight. I got to be able to save up some money. I got to be able to take care of bills. I got to be able to pay people back that have helped me. I've got to be able to do right by my family in some cases. I've got to get my head on straight because some of you, this is a heavily toxic relationship that you've been involved in, but you're starting to see the light, I feel like. 10 of Pentacles, this is what you want, right? You're upside down with money right now, right here with this Page of Pentacles, but you're possibly getting another offer. I get the job offer that is like almost like dream job, right? Like this possibly is, this is the position you want. I just got a W. That might be important to some of you. I'm getting a W in my scrying bowl. So W, I'm seeing a gold W. So that might be important to some of you. It could be an emblem on a floor. It could be a person that you know. It could be your initials. It could be the person's initials that you're involved in too. But I'm getting this gold W in the water over there in my scrying bowl. Two of Cups upside down. There's a relationship that either you haven't been pouring into or they haven't been pouring into you, and it's kind of cold and distant right now. Um, and there's a Four of Pentacles, I mean, a Four of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck with the Death card right side up, which means um, you feel like you're running out of options and you're ready for a change. You're ready for the world to come in, right? You're ready to have it all, but you know that there are major changes that need to be made. Judgment, right? Judgment coming. So, and you're looking at the right path to take. And I'm just gonna hint, it should be the ethical one, right? If you're thinking about the wheel of karma turning, if you want to get that wheel of, the wheel right side up, then it's time to think about doing things the right way for the best interests of everyone involved, right? That's been a major conflict for you, I can see. So we've got Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're studying. You're studying and you're doing the work. This is the Apprentice card, right? That's the Apprentice card. And so you're studying and you're doing the work. Your head is in the books. You're figuring it out. You're trying to get it all right. And then you have the Hanged Man, which is also the Two of Swords upside down. Again, hidden truths. They are coming out. The truth of what people have been doing around you. I just feel like you were surrounded by a lot of toxic energy. But there's one or two people in your world that are really great. I get two women and a man that really do have your back. So that might be that Three of Pentacles. It might be people that you work with or work for. But there's two women and a man that are people that you can trust. And I think that you know who they are, although I feel that there might be another person involved that you keep trying to make a good person. You keep thinking that, that they're doing right by you when really they're hiding a lot of stuff. And they're kind of hiding their true nature. Maybe even, I just got pretending to be somebody else. Like they have a mask on. Like a big mask on. I'm getting like I see over in the scrying bowl, like the masks that you wear for like Mardi Gras, Very pretty, but it's all a mask. So Ace of Pentacles, let's clarify that real quick. Let's see, because I get a really good feeling off of this Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what our spirit guides, ancestors, and angels want to tell us about the Ace of Pentacles. Woo, that was a lot of cards. Let's try that again. Ace of Pentacles, let's clarify that for our Pisces, please. Come on, just a few for the Ace of Pentacles. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. There's a lot of energy for some of us that are channelers and energy readers. That really wants to, well, we'll give it another shot and see. And so there's some really good reads coming out lately. I watched some of the other tarot readers and wow. I mean, I've watched mostly, of course, my sign, but I'll watch like I have two Virgos really close to me and I've kind of been watching theirs and it's almost scary accurate. Like some of the stuff that's been coming out. So, woo. Okay. There's a couple of them that really want to come out. Go ahead and come out, cards. You can do it. So, some of these readings are, like I was watching one that was for Taurus, which is my sign, and I'm like, she just said my story. And I wanted to message her and be like, you're talking about me. That's too much accuracy for it to not be me. So some of these readers are super talented and they're going to give their gift to the divine, right? Which I do too, right? It's not my gift. I am gifted with being able to read these messages. So Wheel of Fortune upside down. So again, you feel like fate's not turning in your corner. You feel like you're owed something. You feel like you're owed money by someone. And like, I'm getting like, again, I'm getting masks. Like, you thought you knew this person, but you did not know that person. And I get, like, there was a lot of emotion surrounding it. Like, you really thought it was your person, and it's just not your person. And so you just really feel really let down by the universe right now. And we're going to clarify more, because I'd like to get some advice for you, Pisces, for, okay, so Queen of Pentacles, and you're distant from someone. That's a Taurus card, you know, it can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you've got, you know, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you, and you're distant from them. That's the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is at a distance, and it's gone cold, and this is someone that you really trust, and now you feel like they're not there for you now. Like, you can't emote to them, right? You can't give them everything, and maybe there's some things that you feel like you really need to say, but you don't know what that person's going to do if you actually do that. Like, you don't want to lose this one person that is very loyal to you, because you're even questioning their motives now. You're questioning their motives. And so you don't feel comfortable telling, look, there's the Tower on the bottom. I told, like, look, there's the Tower right there, and Five of Cups. You pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. And it's in, you know, it's in reverse for the reading. And so maybe you're hopeful that that can be turned around. That your Tower situation can be turned around. Like, things can get better. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting that you've got the Queen of Pentacles upright here. I get a sense you don't feel like you're good enough for that person. You don't have what it takes. And if they are an earth sign, then they do require stability, right? And practicality. And you don't feel like you can do that right now. And you're in the books. You're studying how to get better, how to do better. You have the Sun upside down, which is also the Wounded Warrior card upside down. So you are healing. You're on a path of healing, right? And the timing was not right for this other partnership that could have happened, or maybe a partnership that's already ended. The timing just wasn't right. And there was a lot of hurt folks in this situation. A lot of broken hearts here. I feel it. Like, it's agony. Some of you maybe even had some mental health issues, which I'll draw a few cards to see if any of that pops up. But y'all have been in your feels, and I feel for some of you, you've cut it off. Like, I'm not going to feel. That's too much. It's too overwhelming. So, you know, I do feel for you. And I would say, you know, if you do have those people that you trust around you, that's when you make a phone call and you start talking about what's going on, so you can process and get it right. These cards said, nope, we're not shuffling. So let's put a couple of clarifiers out here to kind of round out the story. And then we're going to get some advice, okay? So we get a couple of clarifier cards for this story for Pisces, please. Let's get the feeling of the reading here, okay? Well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so any of those, so a fiery, brash kind of person could be involved. You know, these are people who will speak their mind, and, you know, sometimes it's a little harsh, brash, you know. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can I please get a couple of clarifiers for the fire signs card? You know, so here comes the sun, y'all. Here comes the sun. This is, you know, by the Beatles. And it says, success is near. Winter is over. Happiness after sorrow. And the quote on here is, it's been a long and lonely winter. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. So you have the sun ahead of you, okay? You have the sun ahead of you. I did get a Leo card, so for some of you, you know, there was a Leo card on the bottom when I started shuffling, so Leo might be, that was a lot of cards. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can we clarify, rounding out Pisces' story here? Here we go. On the bottom is the heart chakra. That's attached to the Taurus sign, or and really, it can be cups too, right? Cups, any of the cups cards could be the heart chakra or the Taurus sign in particular. It's associated with the color green. That might be significant. But this is about being open to love, being compassionate, having empathy, love for oneself and others, forgiving those even if they don't deserve it. And it's about unconditional love, really for yourself, but all of humanity, really, okay? So that was on the bottom. There might be a Libra involved. That's the next card, a Libra or a Gemini. It's the Pearl card, and that is legal luck, but it's inverted in this. And so you know that's a suggestion. You need to hit the books about this situation. So I wish I could take it back. There's several people involved that wish they could take something back. Not just, I think you do, but I think there's several other people that are wishing they could take it back. Your intuition is correct. Listen, you know something ain't right. You know it. You're not listening to your gut. You know, and so it's time. No, run the other direction. The person that you're with, or maybe you have recently split with, or, you know, even like somebody coming back that you had some tumultuous situation with, some tower situation, run. I mean, I don't like to give relationship advice necessarily, but if all this drama was happening around me, I'd be figuring out how to pack my bags. That's a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. You have been hurt repeatedly. And again, I'm going to say, take accountability for your piece in that. You know, you may have hurt others too. And so we have to understand the devil in us as well as the devil in others, right? Black onyx. So this is about grounding, protection, self-control, shielding against negative energy. It's about stamina, determination, and strong support. So you need to be reaching out to those supportive people. And I'm going to guarantee you that if you were honest with them and told them everything, they would step up and help you because you're honest, right? Do not forget your goals. Does what you're doing now support the life you want to live? This could be your twin flame, one of these people involved here. But, okay, what did I say about this one over here? Where you're feeling like you're not enough. I'm not enough for you. I can never give you what you need. That's how you're feeling. And it's possible that this person also feels this way, but I really feel the Pisces energy coming off of this card that you feel like you're not enough for this very stable, practical person because your life has been a hot mess, right? So, you know, just a few more. There's an Aries card underneath, the Diamond card. So that's about being fearless in relationships, you know, relationships filled with love and faithfulness. It's about manifesting abundance and fortitude. So I also feel like maybe you've been depressed or someone around you has been greatly depressed. This is the Chop Suey System of a Down song. So it's, you know, get help. You feel like you're drowning. Reach out. You've been isolating. Needing to talk or change. You're overwhelmed, sad, thinking negatively, or maybe even some of you about death. And so if that's the case, I'm going to tell you, I'm a therapist, so please reach out to someone. And if you are a cross watcher and you know a Pisces and you know that they have been feeling down, this is the time to show up, right? Because they do need to process, they do need help. So if you're a trusted person next to them, this is the time to show up and, you know, be loving and be a friend. I'm going to get some direct advice, okay? So, ooh, it jumped out. Take a break, ask for help. I think I just said that. I think the cards just told us that, right? It's time to ask for help. Can we get a few more messages of advice from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors? Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. This is fight for what you want and fight for yourself, okay? Can I get another couple of clarifiers, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors? What's your advice for Pisces to get through this very difficult situation? And for some of you, this might have been recent past, or some of these things may not have happened yet, but they're definitely happening. Look, what did I say earlier? There might be some addiction issues, obsessions and addictions, right? Obsession and addictions. Maybe you have been obsessing. Maybe you have an addiction issue. So, look, again, right? We accept the love we think we deserve. Ouch, right in the feels, right? It's because if you've been treated poorly lately, you have accepted a love that you think that you deserve instead of something better. So that's a call to definitely reprioritize and think about how what you're doing affects your goals. And so I didn't read the bottom card for you, and it says pray and meditate. Let me show you that clear. Pray and meditate. So, if you're a praying person, pray. If you're a meditation person, meditate in those ways that feel right to you. I just take what resonates with you again, because this may not fit into everyone's story, but it's definitely coming in strong and clear that you have been struggling, right? I'm going to pull an animal totem for you and do some runes, and so let's get these out of the way so that we can do that. And I would tell you, if you're in therapy or you're thinking about therapy, look, that is a place to be honest and authentic and really tell the story of what's happening to you so that you can get the best help available to you, right? So let's pull 3 runes. So you got Thurisaz. That's a great rune to get. You've got Rido. So again, a vehicle situation. And you've got Dag. Hey, look. These are very positive runes. Rido is the only one that's in reverse, and that doesn't necessarily mean super negative, but let's see how these might connect to each other. So Thurisaz, which is right side up here, it can be a vexing thorn in the side, okay? But this is the glyph of the hammer of Thor. This is Mjolnir, the protector of men and gods alike. This rune has many associations with protection and with luck. So I'm hearing that you're protected. You're divinely protected, okay? So sometimes this may herald a stroke of unexpected good luck, usually from an equally unexpected source rather than from someone you already know. You will be in the right place at the right time and reap the benefits. On occasion, it may appear in the runecast to indicate that the run of good luck you have been experiencing is about to come to an end, but I don't think that's been happening for you. So I feel like this is a turn of good luck, okay? Take care not to collapse yourself too far into your own self-assuredness, for at this time you may receive a rude awakening. Take stock of your situation and evaluate where you really need to stand before recklessly plunging onward. So let's see if any of these other runes show up, and they don't. So then we're going to look at Rido in reverse. All the areas which are commonly ascribed to Rido take on a bad tone when reversed. It can indicate a journey which you must undertake, even though it may come at an unexpected time for an unexpected reason. Yeah, I think we talked about that in the read, right? There is a journey of healing and accountability and truth that you need to take about the situation you're in, and also for yourself, and learning to love yourself and forgive yourself, okay? It can also show a visit to a sick friend or relation, but occasionally it will show other people coming to visit you at a bad time. It can indicate problems in transit, so some kind of vehicle situation. We pulled that earlier. But you have really positive runes surrounding Rido, so you can, there might be an upsetting of plans. You'll probably come out of the bad end of any commercial transactions or negotiations you may be contemplating. Some of these things you might be contemplating, you might think twice about them, okay? Pay close attention to your personal relationships. Ruptures are more likely than reconciliations, and one should try extra hard to be patient and keep a good sense of humor when dealing with friends or loved ones. So if you've been taking things too seriously, you might just try to, one, heed some advice that comes from loving people, but also to definitely find the good in things. Dag is a really, really positive rune, so I'm really glad that you pulled that. It's symbolic of increase and growth, and a major period of increase and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. No negative aspects. You cannot get this thing in a bad position, okay? It shows that you possess the inner strength to turn your situation around if only you will utilize it. You have all of the tools within. You've got Thor's hammer. You have all the tools. You have the luck of the gods. You have the protection of the gods, right? It's when it's paired with delay, which you don't have. The growth symbolized by this rune is slow but steady rather than overnight success. And so Rido might actually be delay in this situation. So slow and steady wins the race, right? Therefore, as changes are happening, you may not notice them, but one day you will wake up and things will look much brighter. Dag has much to do with your attitude of the situation. If you feel like you're losing and you can't get traction, remember self-fulfilling prophecy. This is all about self-fulfilling prophecy. It goes both ways, good and bad, right? just like karma. So it's not connected to any of these other to show a different significance. But this marks a major change in your life, something so radical you'll never live your life in the same way again. It deals with making a new start on some level, but sometimes it shows you must make the best of a situation over which you have no control. Things will get better, though, perhaps through an outside agency, okay? It can also show you being exposed to a new way of life or thinking, even a religious enlightenment. So some of you might be coming into your spiritual gifts. Look, Pisces is very, very intuitive, and a lot of Pisces have psychic ability. So that's very interesting. So let me draw you an animal totem. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please give me an animal guide for Pisces? Thank you, spirit guides, and angels, and ancestors. Can you please give me an animal totem for Pisces? Oh, I probably need to turn those around. Let's get an animal totem for Pisces. Animal totem for Pisces. Kind of doesn't want to, there's one card in there that wants to jump out, but it's like not coming forth. Animal totem for Pisces, please. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. We're going to do it the other way since the cards are being... Shuffle them differently. There's this one card that keeps wanting to pop out, and I'm like, maybe I'm just going to do it. Because it came to the bottom of the deck. That's a sign to me. So, dolphin, which, you know, hey, Pisces, right? Fishies. And look, I mean, look at the picture. It's kind of like the Pisces sign in a way with the dolphins coming around. So, that's pretty appropriate. So, life, feminine energy, sexuality. I just picked up that there might be some sexual issues, some sexual problems, incompatibilities, or things like that. But let me read the card. Yeah, I'm getting like some, for lack of a better term, some kinky stuff in the scrying bowl. Like, I'll just say equipment and tools. Let's just say it that way, so we can be G-rated. The dolphin is associated with feminine energies and the primordial waters of life. The word derives from the Greek dolphinos, or womb. Demeter, the Greek goddess of fertility, was represented by the dolphin in her role as mistress of the sea. In the painting, the life-giving and feminine energy themes that are emphasized by both the swimming dolphins that frame the woman's face and the infant energy coming from a womb like not a shell. You know what? This tells me that some of you there might be a baby or a child situation happening. I just picked up that. That might be the legal issue that we saw. Maybe there's a custody issue. So really, that says do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do what's best for everyone in the situation, okay? And you know what that is. I don't know your particular story, but take it as that resonates. And then I'm going to draw a couple of my fairy oracle cards for Pisces. Can I get a couple of... Whoa, they're jumping out, y'all. They were ready. Okay, so we got practice. After a while, you'll dance on air. Practice makes perfect. You're almost there. So remember we talked about studying, right? Gaining knowledge about something. And then we have rose quartz crystal, soothing and warm like love that flows. Under your pillow, your magic grows. That's pretty perfect for Pisces right there. And then we've got aura cleanse. When you feel heavy or run out of luck, go swim at the beach and you'll feel unstuck. So it's telling you to go to water or do some kind of cleansing ritual, depending on, you know, what your belief system is. And believe. Remember what Dag said. It's all about, you know, your perception of the situation. It's all about your attitude, right? Believe. Magic is there when you believe. So dream big things that you can achieve. And then I always do the bottom of the deck, right? Lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. Right? It's all within you, my beautiful Pisces people. You know, my deeply emotional ocean of emotion, right? Um, Again, I'm going to just say, because I'm a therapist, that if you are struggling, please reach out to someone. If you notice someone struggling, reach out, right? You might have people reaching out to you. You know, grab that hand that's being reached out to help you up, because life is too short to suffer all the time, right? And so my heart goes out to you if you have been struggling. If you're battling addictions, look, I am an addict, so I'm going to tell you right now, I know how hard it can be. I do. But I will tell you this 5-year anniversary that I'm about to have is, I never thought I would get this far. But I had a lot of support, and I leaned on those people when I needed it. And you know what? They're still around me, because I prove every day. I didn't say I'm sorry anymore. I showed that I changed through my behavior, right? My behavior has changed. So my heart goes out to you. I absolutely wish the best for you. And this is Lady Scarlett. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.